Right, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda Civic 2.2 EX diesel. This is obviously the DTEC version. 62 plate car with 61,000 miles on the clock, and a very nice car. I mean, very well. This looks lovely in this blue as well, it really does. But it's really well kept. On the bonnet there, just a few minor stone chips which are obviously completely age related. It's not huge numbers of them, there are a couple on there. Certainly given the mileage of the car, you'd expect what's on there to be on there, but said it doesn't detract in any way. Coming down the near side of the car first, bumper corners very clean, panel works very clean. I did see one tiny little imperfection on the little dent, so I will pick up on that for you, but the front wheel there, very good indeed. Panel works very nice. Always caution, whilst panel work is very clean, as you can see, there will be the odd minor mark that the camera and I don't pick up on, so please do bear that in mind. Just to show this tiny little dimple dent just there, but literally it's the size of a fingernail, and I said, personally I wouldn't touch it, but rear alloy absolutely unmarked. The back of the car, bumper itself, very clean and tidy. No scuffs or marks, no entry marks going in and out of the boot. And then to come around to the off side of the car, again very clean in the panel work. Can't see any dents or obvious marks on this side. Rear alloy again, beautiful condition. Panel work itself is really good. Final alloy again really good. This is the only one which got tiny little bit of curbing just there, but it is minuscule. But overall, the exterior of the car is in very good condition. It's coming into the boot area now. Absolutely huge boots, beautifully finished as well, and it's in very nice condition. This one, 60/40 fold on the rear seats. As you can see there, the puzzle shelves all intact. In these you also get this little hidden recess. Pop that back, drop it down. So I'm trying to do it with one hand, it's always a good idea. And then you get the extra boot space there. So coming into the back of the car now, rear door card, very clean. Just got the seats in their upright position. This forms part of this ingenious sort of magic seats, as they'd like to be called. Full set of original mats, all the carpeted areas, very nice. As you can see there, I mean, it's just absolute genius, it really is. And obviously, you've got something valuable, or you want to put one of the seats down to put sort of kids' bits and bobs in. It's just so clever. And to pop them down, literally, just pull the handles there. I mean, all as you'd expect from a Honda. Beautifully engineered. I mean, I'm doing that with one hand, trying to lean across, and it's not, it's still relatively easy. Leather work is in absolutely stunning condition. It really is. It's been kept so well. So you've got the front passenger door card on the side, again clean as a whistle. Footwell areas very clean and tidy, all the carpeted areas again very nice, and the front passenger seat again just looks absolutely as new. It looks in beautiful condition. So coming to the front now, driver's door card again very clean indeed. All the electric switches there, all nicely kept, there's no sort of damage on those, a door handle. Footwell area again nice and clean and tidy, and then the driver's seat itself again been kept very nicely. It really has, and the leather work on these is always good. It's very high quality stuff. So inside the car now, obviously the engine's running as it has been all the way through the video, but dashboard's in beautiful condition. There's not a mark of any note on it at all. As you can see there, sat nav system all working exactly as it should. If I pop the car into reverse, got that lovely gridded parking camera as well, all working absolutely beautifully. Dual zone climate control system, heated seats, just again all in fantastic order. Gear lever and leather shroud, again so we'll put the lever forward there so you can see better, again all in wonderful condition. And then down the centre here, all the little sort of recesses, again all just been kept really nicely. Don't think the car's ever been smoked in. It certainly doesn't smell like it at all, and I'm pretty fussy with that kind of stuff. Just to quickly go across up to here, so you can just see the mileage of the car. 61,192 miles, and there's absolutely no warning lights in the car at all. Lovely dashboard, absolutely brilliant. When you're sat, you should be kind of in this position to have the rim of the steering wheel somewhere between the pod of 3 with the rev counter below and the speedo up above, but it's all absolutely fantastic condition. Really, really is. They're lovely cars to be in and beautifully made as well. Just to quickly show you, it's quite often overlooked actually, do have the full original owner's manual pack and navigation manual, plus very importantly the locking wheel nut key is here and present with the car. So finally, just to come under the engine bay, just worth pointing out that the engines always sound noisier on video than do when you actually stood here. It's just the way the mic picks up on it. Beautifully presented engine bay, as you'd expect from a Honda car. Cam chain driven, so there's no cam belts on these to worry about, so no schedule change on those ever. But a wonderful, wonderful engine. More of which in the following road test video. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Civic, and it's a 2.2 EX diesel. The particular car is registered RV62SPX, and mileage at the start of this road test is 61,186 miles. Reason we do the road tests, as I say in every video, very simply is just so customers who are potentially looking to come and see the car can actually see the car in operation. I can then also feed back any observations with the vehicle, and I'm critical on the video in terms of if there's any problems with the car, you will get to know about it. That's the whole point of doing this. We've been on the receiving end ourselves of phoning up about cars to go and see and buy, only to find out there's a fundamental problem with the car which we should have been told about, and we'd wasted many hours on the road, and that's what we try and avoid for all of our customers. Road test is also done on exactly the same roads and road test route as any prospective buyer will go on, or be a part of it, so hopefully be representative of what you should feel yourself when you come and see and drive the car if offered a test drive. So the car itself, obviously it's been a very well maintained vehicle. Engine starts absolutely instantly. It settles very smooth, very even idle. There's no fluctuations. Clutch in or out is exactly the same. But it's the smoothness of the engine. It's a wonderful, wonderful unit. It really is. Suits this car brilliantly well. With a very smooth revving, like now, picking up to the revs. Hardly really notice it. There's no vibrations coming back into the car. It's a lovely, lovely unit. Absolutely no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. The car's literally just been delivered to us, and it's been driving for well over an hour. Temperature gauge running at a 3rd, which is exactly where it should be on a Honda car, whether it be petrol, diesel or otherwise. So in terms of the engine, beautiful, absolutely fantastic. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch on the car, very smooth in operation. Bike point is exactly where it should be and is spot on. Clutch then feeds through into the Honda 6-speed gearbox. Again, another wonderful, wonderful gearbox from Honda. Actuation is smooth, slick, very, very precise. Feels almost from a class above. It's got that kind of nice weightiness to it. But it's the quality of actuation and the quality of synchromesh which is so good. You feel the engine, you feel the gears actually engage in a positive way. It's got a real kind of accuracy to the quality of the gear shift, which I absolutely adore on them. But again, on these videos, the point is really to just see if there's any obvious wear in it, really, I guess, but there's nothing at all. It really does. There's no slop in it at all. It's as tight as a drum. Everything about this car, the way it drives, is wonderfully, wonderfully crisp and tight. Steering of the car tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations coming back to the steering wheel of the car at all. It's a very well done power steering system on the car, very, very accurate, very precise, and works beautifully with the chassis of the car. They really sort of harmonise well together. The chassis of the car is brilliant, utterly, utterly brilliant. It's it's positive, it's accurate, it's kind of feisty in its nature, it's got a real verve about the way the chassis drives, but it's very, very comfortable as well. One of the criticisms of the previous generation Civics, albeit not in my eyes, was that it was too hard riding. Well, any kind of issues related to that, I mean, this is just so well damped. All the little ridges are ridden over very, very comfortably indeed. They've done a fantastic job on it, they really have. And I can't detect any kind of noises coming from underneath the car at all. There's no clonks, bangs, nothing at all to suggest there's any obvious wear in the chassis of the vehicle, and it's sort of the joints of the suspension, which is the thing we tend to be looking out for. Brakes on the car, just give them a bit of a shove. Lovely solid brake pedal, actuation's really positive and good. There's no vibrations, no pulsing on the brake pedal when I hit the brakes. And again, when the nose goes down, it goes down straight and true as well. There's no going pulling from one side to the other, which suggests all the balance is good as well. Also, as I'm driving along, just listening out for any kind of unwanted kind of wind noise in the vehicle, and that would sort of be a damaged seal on a windscreen or door seal, but it's very, very quiet in here. They are very refined cars actually. Just checking the cruise control function, that's working exactly as it should as well. Looking around inside the car, obviously what videos can't do is just describe just how well built these are. It's just a wonderfully, wonderfully solid car. This is real build quality that's years down the line with a few thousand miles on the clock, not when they just come fresh off the production line. It's not a hint of a buzz or a creak or anything inside the car. It just feels solid. So that's really hard to get across on the video, but they really are beautifully, beautifully built cars. Looking around inside it, all in lovely condition as well. We're not cleaning the car yet. Sorry, it's my phone moving around down there. We've not cleaned the car yet. That's going to happen tomorrow. But it's going to be one of the easier cleans, certainly, because it's in lovely condition. Obviously EX spec, so we've got this lovely big clear sat-nav system. Obviously when you pop the car into reverse, that activates a rear parking camera, and it all works beautifully well, as does the dual zone climate control system. Heated seats, got two settings, low and high, and again I did check them earlier, but I will just check again. I'll put them on just for the fun of it, but I know they work perfectly well. Again, what the video doesn't get across is just the quality of the switch gear in here is fantastic as well. All the switches, everything you press has that very high quality actuation that you get with the high-end Japanese cars, and this is no different. It all works sensationally well. My favourite part, of course, as I always say in these videos, is this dashboard. I just love it. You've got a high-up display, information display system on the top left there. Then directly in front of me, you've got this really clear digital readout for your speed. So as I'm driving along, I can clearly sort of look ahead, or any cars or any pedestrians, but I can also take the speed that I'm travelling at in absolutely instantly without straining to try and find it. It's just genius. It works brilliantly, brilliantly well. Then down below that, we've got a more conventional pod of 3 gauges, obviously temperature, fuel, and your more dominant rev counter in the middle, but all working absolutely perfectly. Obviously auto lights and auto wipers all working exactly as they should as well. As I said at the start of the video, the point, sorry, I should say that heated seats working beautifully. It's too hot now, I'm going to turn it off. The point of these videos is to pick up on any issues that might be on the car, no matter how trivial. There's nothing on this. It drives absolutely fantastically. This engine, as I said, I absolutely love. They are amazingly economical. It's actually, and dare I say it, I prefer it to the 1.6 litre engine. It's got more low down grunt. They run balancer shafts in these engines, so they are actually smoother than the 1.6. And if you happen to be travelling with 5 people on board, you want to do a bit of towing with them, I think the 2.2 is the better engine. They're both incredibly tough and reliable, as you'd expect from Honda, but as I said, that is just personal preference. But no, it's a wonderful car. Clearly if I've missed anything on the video, then obviously don't hesitate, do give me a call.